Hello, race fans. This is Larry Supermouth Huffman, AMA Hall of Fame announcer, and this isn't Supercross. It's Wednesday! And you're watching Bay Fishing with Roman and Brian. Stand by while the boys teach secrets of bay bass fishing with Roman on his 6-second nitro-burning pedal drive kayak, and Brian in his Cool Baits high-speed dragster boat that he takes out every Sunday. Be there!
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the show. How's everybody doing today? You're watching Fishy Hour, and today, unfortunately, Brian couldn't join us. Well, we might have a special guest later in the show, so stay tuned. Got a lot of stuff to cover today. I put together some cool slides and stuff to spice up the show a little bit, so I hope you guys enjoy. First order of business. Bam! Shout out screen. Let's go. You guys should be able to see your chat. Your chat should come through. If you guys say type something in chat, you guys will be able to see your chat on the screen. So be nice. All right. First part of the show, shout outs. So let's see who can jump in here first. I think it was Peter86. Of course, Peter86 bit. Peter86 is first in the chat, and then we're gonna give the first like to Oscar636. What up, Oscar? What up, Peter? Welcome to the show. Welcome, Arnie, Leonard, Doug Rubin is swinging in the house. Welcome, Doug. Michael Tran, what's up, Michael? Welcome back. Stingray, what's up, Caden? I got one cool tuna. What up? Jeff Bit exclamation point OCT to check out one cool tuna's stuff. We got Night Pop Block Leonard. No, did he? No, it just couldn't process that command fast enough. I got let's see, I got Alex Rodriguez. What up, Alex? Welcome back. Got Arnie in the house. Got him already. Got Cal, Cave Dog in the house. What up, Cal? Welcome. We got Captain Dan, 42320. Greetings from Daytona Beach, Florida. Wow. 80s here today. Nice. 80s? Nice here today. Nice change from San Diego lately. Yeah, exactly. It's freezing out here. Very cool. We got, let's see. What else do we have in here? We got Todd Burton Art in the house. What up, Todd? Welcome back. Exclamation point TB Art. We got Ken Fishing for. What up, Ken? Welcome back. Welcome, Ken. Welcome, Iron Fish. Welcome, everybody. Dave Rage, Kyle S. What's up, Kyle? What's up, Dave? I got Oscar already. All right, cool. It looks like I shouted most everybody that's here. Welcome, guys. You gotta. Oh, there you go. Look at the chat just go through like crazy. Whoa. Salty Dangler has arrived. What up, Salty? Welcome, dude. Thanks for tuning in. Andre, what's up? Welcome to the show. Benji, what's up? Bit, I'll watch the recap. Celebrate my. Oh, very nice. Happy birthday to your son. Happy birthday. That's very cool. All right, let's go back to the regular mode. This is a shout out mode concluded. Okay. That's so funny. Bam. All right, let's get my list going. All right, so cool. That's good. So it's March. It's crazy. The time flies. It's already the end of first quarter. We got Spring Valley. Sorry, I get distracted by the chat. It's a crazy. It's going fast. The year is going faster than I don't know. It just feels like the year's going past so fast. It's already March. So March 1st. Have a happy March. Hopefully it starts to warm up a little bit and we can start getting into the real fishing. Try to call me when you're ready. All right, cool, Coach. Let me turn up that Skype so we can have this thing up. Coach, if you can plan for about 7:30, that'd be great. 7:30, between 7:30 and 7:45. That would be great. I'll have you should be able to see me online now on Skype. Thank you, Coach. I have to check out for a few. Okay, yeah. Cool, Jeff. Go take care of your stuff. But first order of business, on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the best pop top you ever heard in your life, 1 being the worst. Rate this pop top. All right, go ahead and put your score in the chat. Cheers, everybody. Let me know what you're drinking. Ooh, a 10. Thanks, Captain Dan. Michael, a 6. Ouch. Ouch. Haven't set up the pop top mic in this new setup. But we got a lot of stuff to cover today, guys. So let's get into it. I made an announcements screen. Let's see how it works. Let's see how it works. Announcements. What up? Oh, turn up the mic. Hello. Check 1 2. Check 1 2. Oh, for the pop top. Is what you're saying. No, I have this like filter on the mic so it doesn't get overwhelmed if there's like a sudden loud noise, like a cough or a cackle. So that limits the loudness of the can. Okay, so we did pop top. Happy March, everybody! If you're a new viewer to the show, welcome to the channel. We talk about fishing mostly here on the channel. If you have any questions at any point during the show, you can ask away in the chat. It's gonna make it easier for me to spot it if you preface your question with a big capitalized word, question, exclamation point, and then put your question. You don't have to do the rest in all caps, just the word question. And that way it makes it easier for me to find. And we will address your question and try to help you as best as we can. And primarily we're saltwater fishermen, right? And we're fishing here in San Diego, the bays, and a little inshore, a little offshore. So there's the mix of good knowledge all around in this group. So if you have any questions, this is the best place to ask it. We're not going to beat you up for asking beginner questions, so let us have it, okay? What's up, Kyle? Welcome. Very cool. Is Coach in here? I see Coach in there. Yep. Very cool. All right, so welcome. Okay. A while back, last week, before I went to Bart Hall, I was on my main channel, soapboxing about the different rule sets that are coming into play, and the what's it called? Just the constant ongoing attack on the areas we have that we can fish, you know? So there's this new well, it's not new. There's just a movement to get this thing. It's called 30 by 30, and it's they're trying to limit even more of the existing fishing grounds with the guise of conservation. And I was just really frustrated that I wasn't sure like what to do next. Like what's the plan of action? I hear about this stuff and I don't know what to do as an individual, right? And one of my goals going to the Bart Hall show was to talk to somebody at TCA and get like the lowdown and try to figure out what I could do individually as just like a regular person, because to help prevent that 30 by 30 happening here in California or whatever, right? And I know it might seem like it's hard to like what one single person does is not gonna matter. Everything we do matters. So at this point, the things are a little up in the air. Where we're not needed as a community to do something yet. Like go to a meeting, sign a petition, call this number or whatever. We're not needed yet, but we are needed to help fund that fight and to become a member of CCA. Because once you become a member, you will be in the know of when we are going to get called to action, like when we actually need to show up, right? So think of CCA as the organization that's gonna be able to tell us, okay, now is the time when we can actually do something, right? But for now, until that time comes, we wanted the best thing we could do as an individual that wants to help maintain our fishing areas open for us and for future generations. The best thing we could do right now are two of the main things that I walked away with are to join CCA, because it shows that CCA represents more people, and so then if CCA can show that they represent more people, then they'll have a bigger say in wherever they need to go speak. Okay. Perfect. Yeah, Dave Rage says he's re-upping at PCS. I re-upped at Bart Hall, and I don't think I needed to re-up, but I think I'm like ahead now, so it's good. And then the second thing we could do is if you can donate to CCA. This is not a charity stream or anything like that, but if you can, those are two things that we can do now until we have I guess a better idea of how we can use our numbers. Okay, and that information will not be coming from me. That information, that guidance, will come from CCA. So you need to make sure you join CCA. If anybody could type in !CCA in the chat, that'll give you a link to check out their website. If you're going to the PCS show, you can go there to their booth outside the event, sign up, and I think it includes your entry fee. I'm not 100% sure. I say 30 by 30 by 0. We keep our access. Yeah, we need to keep our access, exactly. So, but anyway, I get frustrated with this kind of stuff because when I hear about it, I'm like, okay, what do I need to do right now? And it's like there's nothing to do right now but join CCA, donate if you can, and be ready and be available for when CCA sends you a couple emails, you're gonna get those emails. Just don't ignore those. Make sure you have those set up so that you can continue to receive their updates, and that way when they do make a call to action, like, oh hey guys, we need to show up here, or we need to all call in on this call that they're having, or whatever. We're available and we know about it. I'll remind you of it I'll remind you of it, but the main point of contact will be CCA directly to you guys. Okay, that way I'm not an in-between person and I don't muddy up the message. Okay, but it's all towards the same end. Okay, so join CCA if you haven't already. If you have, thank you so much, and you're awesome. You're making it possible for CCA to fight the good fight. So thank you for doing that. Very cool. All right. Again, if you have any questions about CCA or anything like that, Arnie's in TCA. He's part of the I think he's part of the board. So is Captain Dan. If if at any point you have any questions, you can reach out to them, or just you can reach out to them through by replying to one of the emails, I think, or even hitting them up through what's it called, through Instagram, right? I think they're CCA California. All right. What else we have here? So that's one of the main things I wanted to get done today, to announce that and make sure that you guys, if you haven't already, go join CCA. And if you don't want to do it now, you can do it at the show. Okay. My joint. Yeah. Okay. Perfect. So exactly. Joe Hamilton says, make sure they're whitelisted in your mailboxes. Exactly. So when you first get the couple of emails from CCA, they might end up in your spam folder. So you need to go in there, look for that email, and say not spam. That way, future announcements can come through. Okay. I hope CCA doesn't spam you too much stuff, but like, you have to keep you have to keep a little bit of that communication open, so that when the time comes and you are actually, you get the actual message. 3030 also affects anyone that uses the outdoors, land, sea, and air. It's not good. Join CCA. Very nice, Captain Dan. Thank you. Doc Talk Podcast, what up? Darren in the house, what up? Welcome. Come by our booth to sign up for CCA to be entered to win one of two custom. Oh, there you go. Very nice. There you go. So if you haven't signed up for CCA and you go into PCS, go sign up at the CCA booth and they'll put you in a drawing for a couple of rods. There you go. Even better. Darren, are you guys doing the entries too, or just sign up? Do all memberships stack over event? I asked Chris that, Salty, and he said they would. They just add a year to where you're at, and because I know the last time we signed up was I can't remember the last time we paid at the Doc Talk booth. Okay, cool. There you go. Oh, there's okay. Thanks, Darren. Very cool. Okay. Sweet. Let's keep it going. Yeah, Salty. Exactly. All right. If you're new here and you haven't liked the show yet, hit that like button and hit that subscribe button too. So let's see. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers someday soon, hopefully. So if you're watching the show and you haven't subscribed yet, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. And let's keep the show rolling. All right. On a usual Wednesday, Brian couldn't make the show today. So I'm just gonna do a solo run. But for next week, we have the scores for this weekend's no for next this coming weekend is Spotty Bowl in San Diego, and then that following Wednesday, so next Wednesday, we'll have scores and PB shoutouts. So if you haven't submitted your photos to PB shoutouts and you want to do that, go ahead and get those to Brian at Brian Likes to Fish on Instagram, or at Brian Likes to Fish on our Discord server on the MMFC Discord server. You can also do romancastro.com/shoutouts, and that'll give you an upload link where you can upload full files for video or photo. So that's a good thing to take care of if you want to be featured. Super fun lunch, hang out with you. Oh, that was cool. Very cool. So okay, so that's another announcement. We're doing a lot of announcements today. We have a lot of stuff to catch up on since we've been doing like the scores and stuff, and then okay. Yes. Okay, so last week we had a little impromptu get together. It was really short notice. We met at the Gravity Heights Brewery in Mira Mesa, and we had a great turnout. It was fun hanging out with the guys and just hang out. And we had food and a couple of beers here and there, but like it was a really fun event. It was super small, like I said, but we'll be doing more of those in the future. It's just like I know it's outside of fishing, and maybe you consider this like your fishing club, and you don't want to do anything else. You don't want to do anything with us besides fish. But for those of you that want to do stuff beyond fishing, they just hang out, meet up, and do random things. I'm gonna continue to have those things available to you guys. I knew that I wasn't gonna be able to get out to fish, and Eric, the judge, suggested we just do a get together. And I was like, oh yeah, that makes sense. So I threw it up real quick on the chess club chess club. Yeah. Hand out the talk about, hang out and talk about fishing. Lots of stuff was discussed. It was pretty fun. Yeah, it was a fun gathering. So we'll have more of those in the future. Just keep an eye out on the Discord if you want to join us for the next one. If you have any ideas, I mean, it's like I said, it became kind of like a social club type thing instead of a fishing club, but still, you can talk about fishing. It's all good. Yeah. So that was I consider that a success, and it was a blast. Let's see. So again, PCS, a Pacific Coast Sport Fishing Show, is happening in the Orange County area. Costa Mesa is a city. I think it's technically the Irvine Fairgrounds. Is it the Irvine Fairgrounds? Anyway, Costa Mesa. It's called PCS show, and I'm driving, and I have some spots in my truck. If you want to carpool with me, I'm taking Cal. So Cal is riding shotgun. I have two open seats. If you want to ride with me to PCS, and and just hang out with me and Cal, then you can reach out to me via our Discord server. Go to the MMFC events section, and then there's the thread called Club Outings. Let me know in that Club Outings that you'll take a spot. And once I see you in there, I'll DM you where we're gonna meet and at what time, and then show up, and we'll drive out and have some fun. Okay. I'm going Saturday the 4th, Saturday March 4th. Sorry about that. I should have started with that. I should have led with that. Saturday March 4th. I know some of you guys are doing Spotty Bowl that day, but if you're not doing Spotty Bowl that day, if you're fishing like Friday or a Sunday, then you guys can roll. I have just 2 additional seats, but if we get more people and you want to also carpool, then we can all just meet somewhere together and figure out seating arrangements. Okay, but all of that is going to be discussed and taken care of within that Club Outings tab of the MMFC events section. Okay, very good. I'm gonna throw on a little background music, boys. I forgot about that. Oh, was it? There we go. Little background music. Well, we continue these announcements. Dun, dun, dun. Okay. If you're not going out of town, you're staying here in San Diego on March 4th. The Marlin Club is having they call it a marine swap meet. Okay, at the Marlin Club. If you guys don't know where that is, it's on the way to Shelter Island. If you just look at the Marlin Club, you'll find it online. There's no way to miss it. They're doing like I guess booths with different vendors, and that's happening from 7 a.m. until noon. Okay, so that's at the Marlin Club, March 4th, Saturday. 7 a.m. to noon. Okay, for a marine swap meet. I'm sure it's probably maybe boat parts and fishing gear, so go check it out. Should be a blast. Should be a blast. All right, we've had confirmation. So Dave, we're moving on to the next topic. Dave Rage asked in the thread in the MMFC group trips, not outings, group trips. He asked about the Islander trip for 2023. And I had been kind of waiting for information on this trip since November. And I thought it was going to happen. I thought we'd be able to get a date and I could start promoting it and we could be booked up for a whole boat for the whole Islander. But unfortunately, I don't know what's going on, guys. Places keep shutting down. At least we got the one good trip to go. What up, Roy? Welcome. At least we got the one Islander trip kind of as a group with a lot of us in that trip. But unfortunately, it sounds like the Islanders not going to be doing mothership trips. I don't know if it's this year only or forever. So as much as it hurts my soul, and Dave Rage, I'm sorry that I just heard that to deliver the news, but they're not going to be doing the Islander trip this year. So I know, Dave, I'm so butthurt. It's just so, yeah, they're not doing it. So I'm so sad because that was such a fun experience. It was such a fun experience. Roy's going to PCS tomorrow. Okay. A lot of people are going tomorrow. Trying to beat the crowds. I'm going to go right into the crowd and swim in it like a salmon. No boycotting. No boycotting. They got to do what they got to do to stay, what's it called? That stuff you need to keep your business afloat. Profitable. That's right. We're gonna put that PA on Brian's boat. We're gonna buy as a club. We all got to pitch in to buy one of those things that they tow with is it a barge? It's not even a boat. It's just like a floating thing. It's just like a floating thing you can put stuff on. Yeah, I'm totally bummed. I'm going back to the main view, guys. Yeah, I'm totally bummed about that. So that's those are all the those are not all the announcements. Let's see what else we got. There we got one more announcement. Going back to the announcements. Going back to announcements mode. I know, Mothership. So we've talked about I've talked about. Well, let's see. One of our members, one of the MMFC members, has an idea for a mothership style trip that we haven't fully fleshed out yet. So I don't want to talk about it yet, but we might be able to do something more local, but still mothership style. So we'll see. I'll let you guys know if that plan goes through and we're able to try it, and then you'll get the invites. Okay, but yeah, it's such a bummer. That was such a fun trip. All right, I know. So now that you're not going to spend your money going on the Islander for the mothership trip, you can spend your money going on the Rancho Leonero trip. Let's go. So the Rancho Leonero trip, for those of you that haven't heard of it or haven't talked about it in a while, I'm not even sure how many people have signed up. So start paddling to SCI. We'll be there in June. That's right, Dave. The mothership, sorry, not the mothership trip. The Rancho Leonero trip, the fishing trip. You don't take your kayak. We're just gonna fly over there. It's September 8th to the 14th. So far, the only people that I know for sure that are going are gonna be Brian and myself. And Captain Dan will be there. Also, Captain Dan's neighbor George will be there. Super cool dude. So we'll be fishing. So that trip is again September 8th, coming back the 14th. Okay. It's gonna be a blast. And I thought I had a command for this trip. Hang on. Nope. I do have a command for this trip. It's RL. Yes. Yes, we do. Exclamation point. RL will take you. My spirit will be there, says Oscar. Nice. Sales of Bixby went up 400%. I know, right? There's a link I just put in the chat, or the Nightbot just put in the chat for MMFC 2023 Rancho Leonero trip information. Click on that. That'll take you to a page where it breaks down the pricing, who you need to call to book your room, what your options are for the per person cost, right? And then if you go back into our Discord, into the Rancho Leonero category under MMFC events. Wait, no, it's not under MMFC events. It's under. Oh yeah, it is under MMFC events. Go to Rancho Leonero, and you'll see you'll see the pinned comment that has a MMFC Rancho Leonero trip information, and also has the master plan Google sheet where you go add yourself. Where you go add yourself if you're gonna go. Okay. Once you book your room, then you'll come into that spreadsheet and update us with the information that you're ready to go. Okay. So that's gonna be the what's happening? Oh, interesting. I'm sharing my screen. Oh, I pressed the button and it went to a different screen. Announcement. Interesting. What is this? Oh, there we go. That was weird. Hope I didn't. Okay. John Ireland came clean. What up, Sammy? Welcome to the show. We're just updating everybody on all the different things that we have set up for the Garrett. Dude, I recommend Tony Reyes out of San Felipe. Okay, very nice. Yeah, nice. Bad timing for me. I'll be rafting in Idaho. That sounds not as fun as ripping lips, dude. Sorry to say, Yoke. I'm normally a positive dude, but it's not as fun as railing a gigantic yellowtail, gigantic Dorado, gigantic Wahoo. That's so mean. Sorry, Yoke. I'm just messing. Sammy Prom, welcome, Sammy. Yeah, that's a trip, guys. If you guys are interested, let us know. We're gonna go. I would love for you guys to go if you guys are able to. The best way to do it is to get signed up as soon as possible, so you can start making your payments on the cost of the trip. And by the time the trip gets there, we'll be good to go. All right, so it's about 7:31. what we're gonna try to do is try to get Coach on the line and get one of his. He'll give us a status update on what he's been up to, and let's get him on here. We'll just get him on here. Give us a little status update on what Coach has been up to, and let's play it by ear, see what happens. Okay, and maybe he can give us one of his. I don't want to say too much. Let's just get him on here. Okay, let's get him on here. Let me see. Skype. Get this. Where is he? I wonder if he's on. Coach, are you on? This should maybe oh yes, that's that exactly. Exactly. So okay, Coach, I don't think you're on. Message me if you're on. Just send me a quick message in Skype if you're on. Captain Dan, that I was the whole segment was a lead up into what you're saying right now. I totally spaced. So on the Rancho Leonero trip, guys, if you're thinking, I'll go next year, you're not gonna be able to. We're cursed. So unfortunately, this is the last season that Rancho Leonero will have will be in service. Like, I don't know why they're shutting down. No. And Dave, how can we be the ones getting everything shut down if we're trying to if we're trying to book trips and get people going, you know? It just that sucks. I think I was like blocking it out, Captain Dan. I was blocking it out on purpose because yeah. So about 2 weeks ago, I got an email from Rancho Leonero. Oh, let me get Coach in here so he doesn't think I'm ignoring him. What up, Coach?
What's good, man?
Okay, let me get you in here. We can talk about this while you're here.
Okay.
Coming in live, it's Coach Worth from Coach Studios. Let's go. Wait. There it is. Yeah. What's up, Coach? Welcome.
Another day in paradise.
Right? All right. So, yeah, so it appears that Rancho Leonero is also closing. What up, Michael? Welcome to the show. Garrett. Yeah, right. So they're closing the show. They're closing the show. They're closing their charter business. So if you're gonna go to Rancho Leonero, this year is the year, and who better to go with them with your boys at MMSC with your fellow Macs. Okay, that's just so sad. That's so sad, dude.
I mean, man, I tell you, the Macs have nailed more coffins shut than a mortician, I think. I don't know, man.
I know, right? What was our first one?
Man, it was.
Oh, it was Cedros, dude.
Cedros. Then
Banhammer. Gaga. Then it was Islander. Gaga.
But Roman, I used to know a guy, and you'll have to remind me. I'll need to reach out to my dude Rick. Okay? You need to remind me that I need to reach out to my dude Rick, find out where he's at, and see if he'll run a charter for us.
Ooh.
For the kayaks. It would be what I would call semi-local, if he can.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, if we get to the island.
That's it.
That'd be so awesome.
So, yes, he used to do that on one of his boats that I believe he still owns. I'm about 90% sure he still owns it. So, remind me at some point to get a hold of Rick.
Okay. That's cool. That's cool.
We'll give it a shot and see if we can put something together out of OCLA.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mad Max Mothership Trip.
Yes.
MMM.
And if I had my way,
ST.
If I had my way, it would be to Santa Barbara.
Oh, really?
SBI, baby. Hell yeah. Santa Barbara Island.
Oh, I've never been.
Oh, man. Everybody goes to Nick.
Yeah.
Everybody goes to Rosa.
Yep.
Everybody goes to Clem. Nobody goes to Barb.
Interesting.
But, yeah, if I had my say in it, you guys would be heading out to Barb for for like a full day and a half of kayaking. That would be super fun.
Yeah.
And the boat's a little skinny, so you will be rolling in the channel. But
Nice.
and the only way I could go is if I was in a bottom bunk, and I still might not make it. I might just be in back pain for a week after. But but yeah, just remind me to hit up my buddy Rick, and
That's so
we'll see if we can get you guys across the channel. Now,
sorry, I keep giving the side eye, guys. I'm trying to adjust all the screens so I can see Coach while I'm talking to him. There we go. And then I'm looking over here to make sure that it's lined up. All right, good.
So yeah, here's the thing about Santa Barbara. I realized they changed the sheep head limit to 2, but the place has 20 pounders.
That's why, probably. I don't know.
So, and nobody really goes there. There's not really any business that goes there. Everybody goes to Nick. Everyone goes to Clem. Everyone goes south, wherever, but nobody really goes to Barb. And it's been that way for a long time.
Well,
so
that sounds good to me.
There are some giant sheep. And when I talk about giant whitefish, like whitefish more than 10 pounds
That's so funny,
at
dude.
Barb. And Rick is the man. He knows the Channel Islands like the back of his hand.
Hey, guys, is Coach still low? Can you say check 1, 2, Coach?
Check 1, 2.
All right, so it looks good to me now. All right. That's cool. That's very cool.
So anyways, remind me to hit up my buddy Rick. I mean, maybe we can get something going, maybe not. I think he's a little farther north these days, but we might be able to summon him south if we sweeten the pot a little bit with some gas money.
Nice.
But
nice.
Maybe get something going out of OCLA on one of his boats. I don't want to say too much about it. But
no, that sounds good. I mean, that's good enough. Like, well, we get the conversation going and see what works for everybody, right? And then make it happen. Hopefully,
that is a fun trip. Big rockfish, big whitefish, shot at yellowtail.
Hopefully, he doesn't end up telling us a week later that he had to shut down his business.
Well, if so, his ankle-biting chihuahuas have it coming.
Nice.
I remember you, Rick, you pile.
That's so funny. Are you going to PCS?
Probably not. I got both kids this weekend,
nice.
and I'm, just the scheduling's not going to line up. I was really disappointed. I missed the Shore Pounders finale last weekend because my baby mama shanked me pretty hard.
Oh, jeez.
So,
like legit shanked?
It wasn't a good scenario.
Oh my god.
Yeah. It's looking like court time.
Oh my gosh.
Anyways,
all right.
Yeah, I don't even want to get into it. It's just not.
How about that San Diego fishing report? I was gonna... Way to save it. So first, as I was talking to Coach on Saturday, he swung by the get together. I'm glad he showed up, Coach. Thank you for doing that. I know like you're busy, so thanks for coming out of your way to show up. He's telling me that his weather reports are doing well. So I was gonna say, I feel weird now asking Coach for one of his now almost world famous weather reports.
I don't know about world famous. My footage is performing well on Twitter right now. I'm getting traction every day. I'm getting followers every day. I'm getting thousands of views some days.
Wow.
And lots of likes. And
that's so good.
So, I mean, it's basically the same as my YouTube. It's TV Worth over there.
TV Worth on Twitter?
Yeah.
Okay, so at TV Worth, guys. No underscore, no that stuff?
Yeah, TV Worth. I've been... You'd be proud of me, Roman. I've been experimenting with this Chinese wonder in my pocket. You know I love the Chinese domestic market phone. Oh, and this one has a time lapse. Get this, Roman. My time lapse goes up to 360:1.
Oh wow.
Think about that for a second. That's insane. Yeah. That's like a whole day in 20 minutes or 10 minutes, 15 minutes, a whole day.
Yeah.
But anyways, so I've been experimenting with that. The footage is performing really well. I've been doing really good over there on Twitter. So if you have a Twitter and you want to follow me, yes, I'm kind of a 1A, 2A, 3A, 4A, 5A kind of guy. But if you want to follow me over there, Twitter's a whole different animal. And on TikTok, I am Werf.tv, and I post mostly herping footage over there, which is lizards, snakes, salamanders, whatever I find when I'm out wandering around, millipedes, whatever it is. I post some of my fishing footage is over there, but it's more nature, more natural stuff.
Yeah.
So when I'm pumping ghost shrimp or anything like that, I'll put the little animals I find on there, or tide pool creatures, or just any of that stuff. I run over to TikTok. So
very nice. Do you want to do a report?
I can. There's not a whole lot to report. The offshore season for the long range guys wrapped up a month ago or so.
Yeah.
Well, they finally finished up. Some of them finished their season pretty strong at a Lehos with a good grade of yellowtail running 40 to 60 pounds. There's been, our weather, of course, has been all over the place. Yeah. It's been an interesting, I guess you could say, spring so far, since this is the first day of meteorological spring. But
I think I need to start doing the weather report in the morning.
I think you do. I think if you want footage to do well, go outside, get some footage, and put it on Twitter.
That's so funny, dude.
Point that camera.
It's such a random thing too. It's perfect.
Use your time lapse. Use your short form content settings.
I've been doing a lot of shorts on YouTube too, on YouTube and on Instagram.
It's a good way to grow your channel, but it's not a good way to get lots of watch hours or anything like that, unless you happen to go viral.
That's so funny.
But
very cool.
But as you can tell, Roman, my channel's now at almost 1,700 subscribers.
Wow.
Last I checked. So I've gone from 600 to 1,700 in a little over a year.
All right, I need to do. I'm gonna do fish. I'm gonna do weather. I'm gonna do a fishing report. No, not because I can do a fishing report. Maybe like just the weather, dude. The weather on Fishy Hour, and just like, I need to make shorts for Fishy Hour to get the viewership up.
Yeah, I'm sure you got plenty of watch hours over here. You gotta have watch hours out the wazoo, but
yeah, Salty said the last time you're on was 1K. You're snowballing.
Yep.
We're gonna be worldwide this year, says Joe Hamilton. Nice, dude.
Yep, I appreciate the well wishes, folks.
That's so good.
I mean,
and then guess what? He said he's gonna buy us an MMFC boat. Let's go, boys.
You know what, Roman? You make me viral. We're running the tax breaks right now. That's what we're doing right here.
Woo.
We're running tax breaks like a politician right here. You guys make me 40 million. We'll make 29.9 of that.
That's
tax
awesome.
Deductions for you guys.
That's hilarious. Imagine. That'd be crazy. Let's play a game called "What Would You Do If You Won the?" What would you do if Coach went viral? Woo, woo! We're getting the boats. We're getting boats. It's like we're gonna have our own what's it called? Our own mothership boat. Yeah.
Well, you know what? I tell you what. I'll just go into partnership with Heber on the Point Loma. We'll buy a couple of deckhands.
There you go. That works
and then
too.
We'll just go out every day and we'll get as much footage as humanly possible.
Gosh,
weather, fish, sea snakes, whatever we can find.
That would be crazy, dude. Wow.
But,
partner with free fishing rods. That's so funny.
So I've been doing good. So, we'll see how it all goes.
Oh my gosh, Salty's so hilarious. I don't think we can farm on a boat, can we?
I'm sure. You know what? We're gonna be the first. We're going viral, right?
We're going farming. You got a boat. You got a boat. Everyone gets a boat.
We're gonna have a daily reel.
Oh, that's what I got. You got a boat. You get a boat. Everybody gets a boat.
Come on, we're all jumping on the boat.
Oh my god, that's so funny. No, that'd be awesome. Be like, hey guys, if you're not busy this weekend, we're taking the boat out to the island. Bring your kayak. We'll be back in a couple days. That'd be awesome.
It would be.
Sheesh.
That would be fun. That would be awesome too. I mean, hey, farm on a boat. This sounds like a brand new viral video to me right here.
Oh my gosh, that's really cool though. Very cool. How's have you been to the Imperial Valley lately?
The last time I went with a fellow YouTuber, Sven Goes Fishing. Me and Sven hit it a couple of weeks back. Got lots of footage. I mean, of course, piled up in my feed like the rest of my footage. So I'm sprinkling it in here and there. And I think between the two of us, we had a 40 to 60 fish day. Nothing amazing by Imperial Valley standards, but we did all right. Kind of had a slow start, but once we got on and pretty good for an hour or 3. So
very nice. What up, Jesse? Welcome to the show. How's the new job? Still fun? I'm sure it is. Jesse's over there in Washington working for. Who are you working for, Jesse? I forget. It's like a rod building company, like a legit one too. It's crazy. Just says so. So back to the weather, Swell. What are we looking at the coast in the near future, Coach?
All right. I hate to tell you,
G. Loomis. That's right, G. Loomis.
G. Loomis. G. Loomis makes some
like
of the best rods
ones,
on Earth.
right? Those are the nice rods.
Some very nice rods from those folks. So,
Gee,
yes, I hate to tell you about the news, but it looks like we're going to be stuck in the cycling weather at least one more turn.
So, like a week?
Yeah, you're looking at another week before they're predicting some more west-northwest swells and west-northwest winds.
It's cold, yeah. It's been crazy.
So it's been cold. It's going to stay cool. So pick your windows, pick your targets. Keep your head on a swivel. Keep your eye on that weather report. If you have a Twitter, not to promote my Twitter so much, but
at Roman Castro, if you have a Twitter,
yeah, please do. You know what, Roman? I'm not following you.
How dare you?
I know it, man. I've been slacking. I swear, I'll catch up.
Joe says he needs to get out and get a Hallie. Oh man, you and Leonard should team up. You both need Hallies.
Hey, they're around right now. My buddy brought one over the night before last, and I filleted him up. He caught a good one, kind of off of a mixed reef and sand area. So they're in there. They're cornering bait against those corners. Man, and I've seen several surf white sea bass taken over the last few days.
Oh, interesting.
Including a legal or two. Probably mostly up north, but the boys in the mid are getting them too. I haven't heard of any down south, but I'm sure they're there also. You know that old recipe for white sea bass. It's dirty water, low light.
Yeah.
And that's what we've got right now. We got dirty water and low light.
I hate diving that.
Yeah, it's awful to dive in, but the ghosts like it.
As soon as you shoot them, they go down for the kelp, and then the 7-gill show up. Ugh.
Yep, that's it right there. But yeah, so I mean this is definitely white sea bass weather right now. This is definitely halibut weather right now. It's ugly, but get out there and fish it if you can. I ate halibut the last 2 nights. It was good.
Nice.
I guess he broke a gill on the halibut on the way in, so he harvested it and he brought it over to my house so I could cut it up, and he gave me about 99% of it. Thank you, Justin, if you ever see this, by the way. But yeah, it's there's definitely some fish to be had right now, but the conditions are rough. It is ugly. You are going to be fishing close. You're not going to be doing any distance casting in this nonsense. You're probably not going to be kayaking in it. You're probably not going to be in a small boat in it. So this cycle looks like it's going to continue for at least one more turn, and at least a couple forecasters I've seen are predicting 2 more.
Oh, geez. So like a week or 2?
Yeah, you might be looking at 2 weeks.
Oh, man, that sucks.
But, stop it, Roman. We need the rain.
Oh, we do.
We need the rain, and it's part of our natural cycle. We need to replenish that groundwater a little bit if we can.
Has it had an effect on like Lake Mead, for example?
Yes, I mean Lake Mead is rising. The Colorado River in general is rising.
Really good.
The last I heard, Pump 2 was covered.
Oh, that's nice.
So Pump 1 is at the bottom, and if it gets lower than Pump 1,
wait for me.
It won't pass water.
Oh.
It was approaching Pump 1, but Pump 2 is now covered.
Oh, very nice.
So now they can pass water and generate electricity and everything. So that's definitely a good thing.
It's definitely a good thing if you dispose of a body and you were nervous. You're getting nervous.
Only if you didn't pick the deepest part of the lake.
Oh, jeez. Some reservoirs are almost full, says Salty. Okay, that's very good. That's very good news. I gotta fill the ditches in the IV for Coach and the catfishes. There you go.
Got to empty the ditches in the IV for me and the catfish. So what happens when it rains is the farmers don't demand water.
Oh yeah, because they're getting watered anyway.
It's coming out of the sky.
Oh.
So they're not demanding water out of the canals. So the reservoirs all fill up. Anybody that heads out there, hit the reservoirs if it's windy, and it can be lights out on largemouth bass and stripers.
Interesting. Yeah, I mean that's I didn't think about it that way. Yeah, if you're already getting water from the sky, why would you open the gate to water your grounds? That makes sense.
Yep. Not only that, but remember, all the reservoirs are going to be chock full.
Yeah.
So all those shad, the minute the wind picks up, are going to get shoved to the downwind side. When that happens, all hell breaks loose. Every striper, largemouth, smallmouth, catfish, even the carp are predatory out there. The carp eat shad out there.
That's crazy.
And all of them will come to one. All of them will come to one corner. Me and my buddy Jorge Roncador on the forums, we had an afternoon where it was blowing about 45, 50 miles an hour. I think I would conservatively estimate we caught 60.
Jeez.
Between the two of us, stripers, largemouth, smallmouth. He snagged this grass carp on bass gear that just peeled drag, and it went airborne a few times. That was one of the craziest fights I've ever seen out there. And the minute the wind picked up, we knew we were into it, and it was just lights out insanity.
That's so crazy, man. I feel like I always don't have the right timing to go out there, or like the weather's bad or whatever.
Yeah, just keep finding your excuse.
I know. Exactly. Okay. It's exactly what I feel like, dude. It's like, oh man. Like this week, my wife's out of town. She'll be back tomorrow. So she's been gone since Monday morning. So like a business trip. And I'm like, are you sure you're going on a business trip? You're not going on a vacation? Just kidding. But like, yeah, she's been out for the whole week. So like, yeah, it's a little bit different to keep the kids entertained and fed and ready for school and homework, all that stuff. It's a lot of work.
Of course.
So shout out to single parents. It's tough. It's tough out there. You guys are superheroes.
For sure, man. Raising that next generation. But yeah, it's the Imperial Valley is amazing, and actually, we're just coming into the time of year now where it would clearly behoove you to make some time to go take a day, and that's just it. People go out there, and their first time out there, they're like, "Well, what am I doing out here?"
Yeah.
And it's not until your second or third time where it really sinks into your mind that the Imperial Valley is an approach.
Oh, interesting.
It's not a spot. It's not a lure. It's not one way of going about things. It's an approach. You're like, all right, we're going to show up to this spot. We're going to drift baits through a few obvious spots. If we think it's holding bass or stripers, we might throw a lure for a couple of minutes. If we think it's holding carp, I would say pass on carp, because I would say literally carp are one of the hardest fish to catch out of our local SoCal waters of any fish. I would say catfish are the easiest out there.
That's interesting. Do we have a big like carp fisherman community here in San Diego? Like in Europe, they're like still like diehard,
carp
right?
fishermen anywhere.
Yeah. You know what, I've seen some
back east. There's a couple of pay lakes guys who go to these pay lakes where they raise these huge carp, where they have really specialized carp techniques and all this stuff. Out here, most carping is done with a bow and arrow. So
let's go.
Yeah, which is pretty fun in its own right.
Yeah,
there is no catch and release in bow fishing, people. Okay, let's just say.
You release it to the shore.
You release it into the flathead catfish. That's where you release it into.
Release it to the wolves. That's funny. Because I'm just like, I've seen like these giant carp at a reservoir near me. Just like you hear like the tulies getting like smacked around. You're like, what is that? And it's just like giant carp. You're like, wow, those look like koi fish.
Yeah, it's a
like
huge pig
ones.
laying in there, weighs 25 pounds, thrashing around. And believe it or not, those fish can be incredibly hard to fish for.
Okay.
Like way harder than any bass.
Interesting. I'll try and catch one. I'm gonna try and catch one.
The big time carp guys in Europe, sometimes fish 3 whole days and nights
What?
for one bite.
Never mind.
I mean, I'm serious. They'll fish 72 hours straight on the bank with bank sticks and all these specialized rigs and all. Just the amount of stuff they go through to catch one of these things is insane. But yeah, it's.
But I bet that, so. Since they're not in our local waters, they're not targeted. So maybe they're a little bit more willing to bite.
They're far more willing to bite here than they would be in, say, the middle of Great Britain.
Yeah.
But the idea that you're just going to cast out and catch one, unless it's like pre-spawn or something when they're really eating everything, it doesn't usually happen.
Yeah, they don't usually get attracted by motion, right? They won't they're not like a bass where if they see it like something swing by, they kind of just instinctively try to eat it.
The ones out in the valley do, but the ones here in our local lakes where they see lures all the time, they won't respond to a lure at all a lot of the time.
Yeah, Michael Tran is asking if they're bottom feeders.
They'll feed off the bottom, the middle, or the top.
Mm.
They are the ultimate opportunist. And
interesting. Dave Rage said that you can bowfish carp at Cuyameca, and they'll give you a free night of camping if you catch carp and bring them in as proof. What?
They will. I've heard the same thing too many times for it to be coincidence. Far too many times. But yeah, but bow fishing carp at Cuyameca, because it does happen sometimes. Those fish are afraid of the shore. I'm telling you now.
Oh yeah, I bet.
But the best carp fishing in San Diego, if you ever want to try it, you wait for several days of west winds during spring, and that'll blow the grasshoppers from the shores of Lake Henshaw out into the lake.
Okay.
So the carp will feed on the upwind side of the lake. So that's when the fly fishermen go out and target them, is in mid-spring when we have those westerly winds.
Yeah.
And they'll tie on a grasshopper imitation and they'll cast it out and get them.
His buddy, Alex said, I clapped a carp at Lake Hemet. That's hilarious. That's hilarious.
Lake Hemet has some big ones too.
That'd be interesting. That'd be fun to try. Yeah.
If you could chum here, we could target carp all day. But because we can't chum, it's way harder.
Oh. You have to basically creep around the bank and try to see them. Can you do it from a kayak?
2 words. Pack bait.
Pack bait?
Pack bait. Learn about pack bait and you can catch carp here.
Oh, is that the one where it's like a clump of something over the hook, and then it's disintegrating as it's soaking, basically?
Yep.
Interesting. Dave Race also said he caught a carp at Lake Hemet. Interesting.
Yeah, Lake Hemet has some big ones and lots of them.
Do you eat carp?
You can eat carp.
No, you can eat carp.
Don't tell my wife. Okay, don't tell her. Wife, if you're listening, turn this off. Okay. But I used to have a Russian girlfriend ages ago that would make carp cakes.
That's so
they were delicious. You couldn't make it up in a million years. I don't know what process the poor carp went through before it made it into that little patty that I would love to eat over potatoes.
That's so funny, dude.
But she would boil these little tiny potatoes, and she would serve these carp cakes on top. And man, those carp cakes were to die for.
Interesting. Yeah, if you have to make it into cakes, it's probably not the best. No, but there's lobster cakes, right? There's crab cakes.
Yeah, there's lobster and crab cakes, and there's cod cakes, and
the only Jesse says the only carp I caught was at Lake Henshaw on a night crawler. Okay, I was fishing for catfish, and it was bycatch. Interesting. That's interesting.
I catch them on shrimp out in the Imperial Valley all the time.
Yeah.
Most of the time, if they're not too big, they get converted into catfish bait. Man, carp is one heck of a tough catfish bait.
As you get a small one, right?
Yeah, I don't like to kill the big ones. I'll throw the big ones back and I'll harvest the little ones. But, man, the skin of a carp, you will literally have to cut it off your hook. You can't even pull it off. It's not even possible.
That's crazy. Todd says he used to kill carp with a kitchen knife taped to a broomstick in high school. Oh my god! And Big Bear. Oh my gosh.
Big Bear's got a lot of cartoons.
Were you wearing a ski mask while you were doing it, Todd?
Were you channeling your inner movie hero?
Yeah, your inner Jason. It's so funny, dude. So funny. Cool. Well, I think it's time for wisdom of the week. Do you have something in you?
I do.
All right, let's do this.
Wisdom of the week.
That bit always makes me laugh, bro. It's ridiculous. Okay. So, wisdom of the week. Obviously, we're faced with changing conditions. Obviously, it's not ideal. 100%, we could have better conditions. This last couple of years has been pretty rough on the overall. I mean, we've had really close interval swell for a good portion of the last 3 years. We've had heavy onshore currents and currents from the north the last couple of years. So adjust your expectations, figure out your targets. And I mean, as always, pick the window that has the comfort for you. You know what I mean? Pick that window that'll let you target something. If you're one of the folks who lives down by the water and you got 5 minutes, the fishing spot is not so big of a deal. But for those of us that make the run, look for smaller swells, look for longer interval swells, look for areas that are protected from the swell, whatever direction it's coming from. Follow NWS San Diego on Twitter. I would really recommend that because they publish all their products on there, and you can look them up, and they'll have access to the marine forecasts and everything if you're paying attention. I mean, I have to say that out of all the time in the last couple of years, this last few weeks have been some of the most challenging. We've had really short interval swell. We've had really high swell off and on for the last few weeks. The conditions have just been all over the place. So pick your window, pick your target. If you don't have a choice, be willing to fish close, be willing to microfish, be willing to change up to whatever you need to do to feel the tug on the end of the line.
Yep.
The other day, I was getting mercilessly bait robbed in the tide pools, as I often do. And I switched to a size 12 hook, and I caught a couple of opaline near a pound.
Ooh, okay.
On that 9-foot trout rod, it bent pretty good. They fought pretty hard. I had a pretty good time. And that was all without making a single distance cast, blowing out my shoulder, elbow, and right wrist, like I like to do. So I mean, there are fish out there. You know, find somewhere out of the wind. Find somewhere out of that prevailing swell. This is really not a complicated time of year. Just pick your windows, pick your weather, figure out what you need to do. And above all, if it's been raining and you have contact with the water, we've said this before, Roman, I'll say it again. Take care of any cuts or wounds you have. I received that one the other day. It's healing very nicely. And why is it healing very nicely? Well, I scrubbed it out with some soap and water. I got out with a little hydrogen peroxide. When it happened, I poured a little carbonated water on there to help stall anything that might be in there. You know, take a seltzer water with you to the beach if you can. And, you know, if you get a little ding or a cut or something, rinse it out with some of that seltzer water to get some of that bacteria out of there. You know, our local water is not very clean most of the time, and especially after it rains, you can really get nasty infections. So make sure you keep an eye on those infections, hook punctures, fin punctures, any of that stuff. So take care of yourselves. Enjoy your time. There are fish to be had, as is evidenced by my buddy Justin and that dude that caught that 29.5-inch white sea bass somewhere in North County the other day, and a few other people. And, you know, if you got the chance to go, go.
Perfect. All right. That's your wisdom of the week.
Wisdom of the week.
Guys, you guys can follow Coach on YouTube. It's Wharf TV. Or also, if you want to check out his meteorologist side, check him out on Twitter, TV Wharf. So flip it, okay? TV Wharf on Twitter. If you're gonna be on Twitter anyway, go give me a follow as well at Roman Castro. Coach, thank you so much for taking the time to tune in and share your knowledge with us. Keep us entertained. keep us informed. Thank you, sir.
All right. Well, and remember, if you're heading out on the boats, they're targeting sand bass, whitefish, and sand dabs. Sand dabs up north, we don't really target them here, but a vastly underused resource, as we have discussed many times, Roman.
Yep, very true.
So thank you for having me on, Roman. Take care of yourself. It was good to spend a little time with you. It was nice to see you on Sunday. Nice to see all the Macs out on Sunday. Nice
Was it Sunday?
the bull with you.
That was Saturday.
Sunday?
Yeah, Saturday.
Saturday.
Yeah.
I
Anyway,
know.
cool.
One day, the other day, I don't know.
Weekend, whatever. All right, awesome. Thank you, Coach. I want to take Coach out with a round of applause from the live studio audience. Thanks, Coach.
Take it easy, all.
Awesome. Thanks, Coach. Very cool. Once again, shout out to Coach, guys. I think if you type exclamation point Wharf TV, that's right. Thanks, Leonard. You guys can click right there on his YouTube channel. Go give him a follow. Subscribe, and stay in touch with Coach. Awesome dude. I know we stopped doing Mondays. He used to be a reoccurring guest on Monday's episode of the Fishy Hour. So on days when Brian can't make it, it's nice to be able to sneak in Coach if he's available. And we were lucky enough to get him on today. So thanks again, Coach, for tuning in and helping us out with the show. That's all I got for you guys today. So if you are going to PCS and you want to carpool with us, go check the Discord. If you want to go to the Rancho Nero trip, go check the Discord. If you want to learn more about the club and what we're up to, check the Discord. How do you get to the Discord? Well, it's by invite only, and you're invited right now. Go to romancastro.com/MMFC, and that'll take you to a link. That is a page that says you've been invited to the MFC Discord server. You click join, and you'll create an account on Discord, and then it'll put you in our Discord server. And there you'll have access to all of the stuff that we're doing. I don't charge for that group. It's there for you guys to make fishing friends, and partake in the different group events that we do. And if you are a planner and you want to set up a trip of your own that is for the group, not like necessarily just like an outing, so you want to go fish and you're going to go alone or you're going to go with a couple friends and you want to open it up to the group, you can post that there and have people join you if they're interested in joining fishing with you. So the whole point of that group is for you guys to interact with each other, continue the awesome camaraderie that we have in the chat during the shows, outside of the show, and meet new fishing friends. One Cool Tuna says, good show. See you all at PCS. He'll be at the M&M Rods on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So the whole weekend. Very cool. So once again, thanks everybody for tuning in today. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. Make sure you watch Muto's show tomorrow, Submission Fishing Co., 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I'll probably be back on streaming live on Friday on my regular channel, so make sure you tune in on that. And then we'll be back here with Brian on Wednesday. So thanks for tuning in. I'll see you tomorrow. And I'll see you Friday on my channel. May the bite be with you. Woo!